Amid the high expectations ahead of COP27, climate financing remains a stumbling block at the ongoing climate change conference in Egypt. African leaders attending the climate change conference have, however, initiated a new method of negotiating with developing nations, lobbying support for climate change financing, which has been welcomed by the Kenyan president. Africa remains as one of the most vulnerable regions to climate change, thus the need for imminent actions to tackle risk dangers. Now, and of course, rising dangers rather, and let's have more details of that in this report.
Climate financing continues to be the sticking point at the ongoing COP27 summit in Egypt. But African countries have changed their approach in their talks with developed nations, from requesting loans and grants from developed nations for climate change adaptation to proving that Africa is the solution to the climate change crisis globally. Kenyan President William Ruto, who heads the African group at the COP27, has endorsed this strategy.
We can help decarbonize the world if instead of using dirty energy to run the industrialization of the world, we can use green energy from Africa to run our industrialization. Therefore, Africa presents an opportunity to solve this crisis of climate change.
The initiative is likely to unlock much-needed financing for African countries. Joseph Inganga, whose organization is a driving force behind this ambitious project, says it's a game-changer for the continent that is most vulnerable to the effects of climate change.
Carbon credits present such one revenue or financing scheme that can help Africa build itself up from the ground up in a climate-smart way while supporting the rest of the world through climate mitigation.
According to African Carbon Market Initiative, Africa will produce 300 million carbon credits annually by 2030, raking $6 billion in yearly income and creating 30 million jobs. Most African countries support this initiative after richer nations reneged on their financial pledges to the continent.
We can't forever play ourselves as the victim. I think we need to be a bit more aggressive about how we sell all of these services that Africa is providing, and we push the developed world to invest in Africa.
Resources must be generated. Our target is to scale our domestic generation of carbon credits up to 5 million carbon credits, more than 8 times our current production.
The success of this initiative would prove that innovative ideas can unlock the continent's vast potential.